As I was saying, in both these cases, setup-wise looking pretty good. We can't see grip pressure. We know it's a little bit on the tight side. I think when you did that sort of swishing drill with just your wrist, straight away you felt the need, well, I've got to be looser because I can't grip it tight and make that same motion, okay? The big problem for me, though, as we said, in terms of the backswing, when you swing the golf club back, as you went back, a big stand back, move back, your shoulders now are probably levelled off and you're almost vertical with your spine. What we're trying to create now is you're going back with the club more in front of you, and your spine staying in a much more vertical, tilted position as it started. So you can see where your hands are in relation, they're kind of over your left foot, left hip, whereas this one, they're just like, they're disappearing behind you somewhere. It's just going to come back somewhere on that angle, unless you really make a massive lunge. So when you come back to the golf ball, the fact you get the golf club back kind of more in front here means you sort of thrown the club across, which means that club then stays a bit open. It's difficult to see there, but that club's a little bit open coming in there, striking the end of the golf club, and the ball then sort of shooting off to the left there, because you haven't caught the golf ball in the middle of the club, and just a bit of a scoop off to the right there, off to the left there, okay? As you bring this golf club back down, your arms can just drop back the golf ball, club can come back, much more square direct hit, and we can start getting the ball.
See that coming in square to the ball,
exactly, it's a much more direct hit to the golf ball there, in that way, whereas this one is sort of coming from somewhere around there, and again, it'd be almost like shutting your eyes and trying to hit the dartboard when you've got no idea where the dartboard is. You're just guessing, aren't you? Where's that ball? I've got a lunge for it and stuff. If you can get yourself in a looserish setup, if we can, the sensation those hands and arms are working sort of more in front of your chest, or as we said, the feeling of being more in front of you. Once they get stuck behind here, it's just tough to get the club back to the golf ball. And the only way you can do that is with a big left shoulder lunge, which then negates all that wrist speed we're trying to talk about. Because if the left shoulder's lunging at it, then the wrist can't really flick. If the wrist flick, the ball's going to go behind you somewhere. So,
that's what I was doing when I came to you first, was sort of standing up.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And again, you'll often find that swing faults, they almost are like dormant volcanoes. They resonate within you, and they'll come and go every 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years, whatever it may be. I've had the same swing fault for about 25 years. I know what the fault is, and when I start playing golf and I get it, it goes, oh, there you go. Once I get 2 or 3 shots, sort of send that sort of light bulb. Oh, hang on, attention, all people. I know the bad shots coming in now. I can then almost exaggerate the reaction, shall we say, or exaggerate the swing trigger to go against it, so I can get around the golf course that day and then work back to the range and stuff and try and work on trying to sort it. Okay, but I know what that fault is, and when I get that fault, it's a few shots in a certain direction, and then I can adjust. But if you don't really adjust with it, you just keep sort of clutching at straws, trying 25 different things on around the golf.
I think that's what's been happening. I mean, I've been hitting them all over the place. Yeah. And people have been saying, "Oh, do this, do that."
And with the best will in the world, every golfer you know knows everything about everything.
But instead of just biting the bullet and coming on the lesson and putting it right.
And this is what I say to everyone, and it's not a sales pitch, but I think the way to look at golf lessons is the same way to look at your car service. If your car was making a funny noise and you left it for 2-3 years, you go to the guy and go, well, this is broke, that's snapped, this is cracked, so it's about £5,000 worth of work. Okay, if you went, okay, it's making a rattle, it could be just some tiny little thing that we just tightened up there and then, 50 quid done, bang. You haven't got to worry about the whole thing. So the longer you leave it, the worse things can happen. But on the flip side of that, you can't crash course lessons one a day for the next 20 weeks and become Tiger Woods. The same way as if you get your car for a service every 20 days.
I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Well, again, this will be sent through to you, with all the lessons, you get that video through.
If I came back next month.
Yeah, as a check, exactly, and that's my thing, exactly. Because what you'll possibly find is there's 2 ways you may go. One, you might sort of go in between where your hands are there, where your hands have got to. We might find your hands have gone back to in between. Yeah. Or you may have gone back too far the other way. Yeah. So it's trying to find where you on that line there, get yourself in the right position. Are you gone back too far to the old position, or have you exaggerate too much and gone too far the other way? So just make sure I'm not straight and narrow.
You should be almost like no further round than
behind your left, exactly. Somewhere on your left shoulder. Once he's disappeared round there, yeah.
Going back.
If this is too high, again, if that's too high, I would hazard a guess. Can you see the ball there? You go from your vision there. If we go from the ball up, possibly not. At least on that one, I could say you can at least see the golf ball. So if you're losing sight of the golf ball with your right shoulder, then you're going to struggle, aren't you? So.
Well, that's exactly. So.
Makes sense.
It does make sense.
Good stuff.
You told me all that the first time.
Well, yeah, and again, old faults do come back in, as we know. Okay, right.